Hello, hello, hello. We're up to day 8, topic number 8, and this is all about God, Jesus Christ, religion, these words. And my name is Phoenix Smartno, your messenger of love for the day, your guide to personal peace and freedom. So let's go. So to give you the background first, I didn't grow up religious. I didn't believe in God. I didn't believe in Jesus Christ. I knew there was the Bible, there was books, da-da-da-da-da. Didn't really bother me. Respect people that were into that. And then I went through my life and I had some awakenings and started to wake up to beyond living in my brain and my left brain and my thoughts, thinking that I was my thoughts. And as the journey progressed, I really want to get to a point, when we wake up to our internal reality creates our external reality, and that there is life beyond our thoughts and beliefs. I started to venture deeper and deeper and got into the world of energetics, the unseen world, you might say. I can't, hold it. And there was an experience where I was with a healer, and I was with her for 5 days out in the bush, and she's doing her energy work on me, and I started seeing visions. It's almost like being in a dream, but I'm still there. So the subconscious is dreaming, and we have dreams, and what we already know about them is it's working through processing stuff from our day and our past. But I saw visions as something that goes beyond what I've seen before. And some people might call it past lives, and you go back and you start even seeing the future. And then as I start researching and getting in this world, I realize, we're all psychics. We all go into past lives. And then I start meeting people, and they're talking to me about past lives and this and that. And this isn't now belief anymore. I'm at a festival, come up to me and go, we met in a past life and something went down between us. And I'm like, whoa, that's the first time that someone's just come up to me and said that. And then I keep going and going and going. Now, what came to me in some of these visions is God, Jesus Christ, the conversations. There's a book called Conversations with God by Neil Donald Walsh. When I read that book, I thought, wow, this guy's just full of wisdom. Like, he's just written a book, and I still didn't really have a full connection to that. But now in my life to the present day, I literally have those conversations. And it's like having the voice in your head, but it's not the one that's analytical and thinking and busy and trying to figure things out and process. No, it's like a deeper inner voice that some people might call your intuition, that some people might call your heart. Well, when your heart frequency and your respiratory system align up with the energetic frequency of the planet, it sends signals to the brain, which sends signals to the gut, and in our science we've called this gut instinct. So you might say God is just another word for your brain-heart coherence, for intuition, for gut instinct, what in quantum physics they call the quantum field, where we can access all information through space and time, beyond the physical life that I live in now. That's why I had visions and things come through that go beyond this life. And there are millions of people that have accessed this. There are psychics, there are Akashic record readers where you can go back and sift through past lives and look at trauma and all this stuff. And the people that keep going through the world doing personal development and trying to fix things in this life, and they realize, why do I keep getting stuck? Well, maybe because it has nothing to do with this life. And so when people are talking about the 12 dimensions, we live in a 3-dimensional reality. But there is a 12-dimensional reality that has been downloaded by many people. And the 4th dimension is where you start to access past lives. And there's no point if you're watching this or hearing this, going that doesn't relate to my experience, or I don't believe in that, because you won't have the experience until your body and your consciousness is ready for that experience. And there's no point convincing yourself or being convinced by anyone that this is a reality or this even exists, because this isn't something that we program in our belief. A belief is just a thought that we keep reoccurring and repeating because it serves us at a point in time. When your beliefs have changed over time and they get broken down, you got taught something at school and then you realize later it's not true. It's kind of like that. Beliefs is just, to me, is a very small part of our human experience. And beliefs, I don't really care about people's opinions and beliefs and that. I'm talking about wisdom and truth that penetrates beyond an individual's consciousness, where when their body has an experience, their cells, their DNA start to align to that experience. We're talking like Joe Dispenza work here, how he can help people cure cancer and disease. All he's doing is helping people get out of their ego get out of their left brain, thinking, analysing, trying to cross-reference everything to their own belief system, thinking there's a right and wrong, that filtering system, where they access the quantum field and those energies come through to whatever disease or things going on for them, and they receive the healing energies. And some people would call that God, oh, thank you God, pray to God. Well, that's just a word, everyone. A word for something that's inexplicable. You could call it quantum healing energies. You could call it that person is healing themselves. Yeah. And Jesus Christ that walked the earth in the story, I've read the Bible, read the different things. But here's the thing. These are names and people and words that were given to something that goes beyond what our brains can even comprehend. And we can call in specific things and guides. So we have to, I'm not a proponent of religion. I don't necessarily support it in any way, because it's not about religion. Religion was this human created thing, this construct for an industry, for something to then, sell and bring people in and, do this. And there's nothing wrong with that if that works for people. But it can be very dogmatic that, my religion versus your religion, or we start wars over the religion. The access to the energy of Christ consciousness or Jesus or God or Buddha or Allah or whatever goes beyond culture. It goes beyond being a male or female. It goes beyond your age. And there are healers all over the world, and all they're doing is becoming a channel, emptying out their thoughts, emptying out their nervous system, so that energy can come through someone into another human being and provide healing of some kind. And then when you actually take the time to read the stories in a lot of these texts, the Bible, the Quran, all these different things, you'll start to see the wisdom is the same across all, because humanities and cultures over a period of time were having the same experience, but they gave different words, or they named the characters different things, or there were different characters, real life people in the world that accessed that and they became like heroes. Whereas today, I guarantee you there are thousands, if not millions, of people with the qualities of Jesus Christ that are walking this earth. It's no longer one Jesus Christ or Buddha. There are people that have accessed abilities and healing. Some of the most famous ones today are the ones Amas in India, the one where you can hug and people just cry and melt and all kinds of things happen. Yeah. But to have this become an experience and not just a belief or, hey, Phoenix convincing me or something, you got to be in their presence. And if you're open to receiving that, if you're willing to put your beliefs and thoughts aside because of your own, closed mind words, and be in their presence, you'll feel it, because you don't need to believe in it. The energy will just, tears will just start falling out. Something will happen. So these words, they're not so important to me. God, Jesus Christ, yeah. I think if we spoke to most people and asked them, do you believe in something greater than just this physical reality or your brain? I've seen surveys before. Majority, not all, people would say yes, there's something greater. Because I had a glimpse of it when I was 4 years old. But then people put me down, so I pushed it away. Or I had a glimpse of it. Something crazy happened. I was like, wow, that was just too synchronicity. But I'll just ride that off because it doesn't fit my belief system or what I've been educated and influenced and conditioned to believe. Yeah. But when we start to have more and more of these experiences, and wow, the people I'm talking to every day, just the experiences out of this world, insane. There's no such thing as a coincidence. This world is a moving organism with information and energetic portals that are mapped to the astrology and all the things that are happening, that are all working in synchronicity. And when you start to actually see that you're just maybe a puppet on a piece of string, and all we can do is choose to be in congruence and alignment, and every time we're not, we get physically sick, emotionally sick, mentally sick, something breaks down, and you just come into congruence, you start to see the beauty, you start to receive, wow, thank you God, is the term that many would say. Thank you. I'm seeing something, all I'm experiencing is relativity. Relativity is the difference in physics behind one thing to another. That's all I'm experiencing, and then you start to realize that we're in this illusion. What's real and what's not. Yeah, and when you start to enter that place, you'll enter the world of alchemy. You start to see and experience the unseen world that is unimaginable, because there is our personality, and on the spectrum there's our spirit, and most of us are in stress. When we're in stress, we resort to our personality. We're just having compensating tendencies for our beliefs to go, I'm a people pleaser, I'm going to be a high achiever, I'm going to be a perfectionist. Yeah, all these things just to manage our stress. And most of us, because we live in this world, it's designed for stress. Only, say, in plant medicine ceremonies do people get the highest context of their spirit. But there's an experience where you reduce the stress in your body and your system and your triggers, you undo that. You can get closer and closer to this end rather than your personality compensating all the time. And then you can start to have those spirit experiences in your everyday life. That is my personal experience and the experience of many individuals I talk to around me that have cosmic experiences that transcend the three-dimensional reality. Yeah. So the key message I want to bring here is this has nothing to do with belief. Don't worry about convincing yourself, or if you haven't had this experience, or if you have, share with me, comment below. I want to hear, what are these moments, peak experiences you've had where you felt one with everything. You started crying because you felt so connected. You got a message from a voice or something, or an animal or something came through and you were just like, whoa. But no one had the ability to explain to her. You could not comprehend or explain what was going on. I want to hear what those experiences were. Well, if you haven't yet, great, perfect. You don't need to have them yet. Yeah? Because it all happens when you're ready and you're open, you're willing to receive. So whatever your beliefs are, whatever your experience is, I honor you, I honor your path. Keep walking your path. Be open to receive the abundance and the wisdom that's available to us in every single moment, and reduce your stress so you can get closer and closer to spirit and the unseen world, because we are multi-dimensional beings, physical plane, etheric, emotional, soul level, spirit level, the 7 energetic frames that you can go into. There are so many modalities that can help you access that. Shout out to network chiropractors, integral energetics people all around the world, helping people reduce stress and rewire their 7 energetic fields. Donnie Epstein, the founder of that, blessings for the download. Neil Donald Walsh for downloading a conversation with God. All the people that have had near-death experiences, left this plane, gone to spirit realm, and then come back resuscitated, and going and sharing all their wisdom around that this life is beyond, and we are the awareness. We're not the brain, we're not the body, we are the awareness behind everything. Blessings, be free, be love, be peace, be 100% authentically you. I love you. Let's go.